Morning, everybody. I think if you spend enough time here at Spark, there's a real synchronicity with other people that develops in how we think, how we feel, and what we're moving towards. I'll get back to that in a minute. Yesterday morning, when I took my walk, I noticed about halfway through a little voice inside of me asked me a question. What are you in such a hurry for? And it is as if that voice tugged the back of my sweatshirt and pulled me back a little bit, forcing me to slow down. And as I continued to walk, I asked myself that question. Here's the answer I came up with. I'm a point A to point B guy. Get up in the morning, take your walk, check it off the list. What comes next? Log on to Spark. Write a blog, record a blog. Do your morning meditation. Check, check, check. And I think a lot of us live our lives that way. Point A to point B. Now, let me go back to the synchronicity for a few minutes. I came home and took a shower and went on about my day, and noticed that yesterday and today I read a number of blogs by people who felt the same thing sometime in the last 48 hours that I had. This desire, this longing, yearning, if you will, to slow down. For a lot of us, this is a dull and boring kind of month of the year. February is a cruel mistress. It's usually cold and dark, snowy or rainy. But you get a few days in there that kind of perk your hopes up. And I think in many respects that's a lot like our weight loss journey. We trudge along, trudge along, trudge along. We have something momentous happens that tells us we're on the right path. And then we trudge along, and we live for those victories. But what about the journey? What about the very small microscopic things that happen to us on a day-to-day basis that we miss because we are so hell-bent on reaching our goals? I know I do it all the time. Point A to point B. But what about everything in between? What about the people I miss? The experiences I miss? You know, I think my youngest son has it right. He's going to be 24 in a month or so. Between me, you, and the gatepost, he doesn't have a care in the world. Well, he's gainfully employed, got a good job. Nice apartment, good roommate. And he's got a car that's a 1995 Honda that's still running. You know, at age 24, he's been to more places in the world than I was by the time I was 40. In March, he's taken a week's vacation to go visit a cousin in New Mexico. Drop Joan and I a note. Be leaving the day before St. Patrick's Day. Probably be back the day after my birthday. Going to see Ryan in New Mexico. Just thought I'd let you know. Went to Dallas right after Christmas. Was in Ireland last summer. Well, why'd you do that, Tim? Because I wanted to. Because it was fun. Well, one of the curses of getting older and one of the fallacies of responsibility is that we're supposed to stop having fun. Well, we're not. Now, maybe I can't get on an airplane and go to Ireland, New Mexico, or Dallas at the drop of a hat. But I don't think so much it's the physical activity that's important. It's what circulates in your mind, in your heart, and in your soul. The last few days during my morning and evening meditation, there's a mantra that sort of seeped through that I've kind of embraced. It says, I am one in body, I am one in mind, I am one in soul. So that my focus is not just jointed or not out of sync. It's all about the journey. It's not about point A to point B. It's everything that happens in between. I'll leave you with this thought, if you're not yet convinced. Do you ever sit on the couch with family or friends, pull out a scrapbook from the vacation to the Grand Canyon or Disney World, or you fill in the blank? And there's 15 to 20 pages full of hundreds of pictures. And you sit there and point out and say, remember when we met that guy at that gas station in, or do you remember that really crummy meal we had at that restaurant that we thought was going to be so good? Or, oh, and then you kind of smile and elbow somebody. That's the journey. That's the stuff we're supposed to remember. And think about what happens once you close that scrapbook where you or your family and friends have kind of gone down what we call memory lane. It's not arriving at the Grand Canyon or Disney World that you remember. It's everything that happened on the way to getting there. So happy Valentine's Day, and here's my challenge today. Enjoy today's journey. Like the roses that have come to represent this holiday, inhale the fragrant aroma of life.